Hey folks, this is Dr. Mort Orman. I'm continuing on my walk today, this Sunday, 23rd of August. It's a little warm out today, probably 85 degrees or so. And in my last video, I talked about one of the things, or a group of things that I wish I had learned many, many years ago that I know now that made a huge impact on my life. And that would make an impact on your life and the lives of many other people if you knew. And I said what those things were, or what that thing was being able to deal with emotional stress and any other kind of stress without having to manage it. Just make that stress disappear, or prevent it from happening in the first place altogether. And of course, I didn't explain how I now do that because it's a complicated explanation. It would take a while. But it really boils down to one thing that I didn't have, I'd say 30 or 40 years ago in my life, that I have now. And that is, I've got a system that I've developed. It's a system, it's a cognitive system, it's a system in my brain that I use that enables me to make sense of stress, enables me to quickly diagnose any stressful problem I might experience, get to the heart of it, know exactly what's causing it, and be able to deal with those causes very effectively. So for example, if I get angry, which I almost never do anymore, and I used to all the time when I was younger, but if I get angry and that anger doesn't go away in a couple minutes and it starts to linger, I can step in and make that anger disappear completely. I know how to do it. I know how to diagnose the causes of my anger, particularly the causes within me that are producing it. Once I identify those causes, I know how to deal with them effectively, and poof, the anger just disappears the moment I see things more accurately and understand things more clearly. The same thing with anxiety, same thing with frustration, same thing with sadness. I can deal with pretty much any stressful emotion or any other stressful problem. So relationship problems, work-related problems, financial problems, business problems, whatever it might be. I've got a system that enables me to understand stress for human beings as opposed to other living creatures, and understand it very accurately and be able to diagnose. As a physician, as an internal medicine physician, one of our skill sets is being able to correctly diagnose what's wrong with people when they feel sick. Now, we're not 100% accurate all the time. There are certain things that we can't maybe not be able to figure out too clearly, but for the most part, a good trained physician today can diagnose most illnesses, most common illnesses, and even some very rare illnesses, and get to the bottom of what's going on, and then understand what the best available treatments are, and make recommendations and manage the application of those treatments and adjustments that need to be made and things like that. So, and that's, you go to medical school for 4 years, and then you train for another 3+ years to similarly learn a system for doing that. And that system allows you to diagnose any health-related problem, for the most part, that comes to you, or people that come to you with those health-related problems. So that's an example of having a system that many people don't have. Unless you go to medical school and do medical training, you're probably not going to have a system that enables you to do what I can do now and what other doctors can do. Well, in the same way, stress is the same kind of a thing. If you have a good system for understanding and diagnosing stress, you can deal with stress much more effectively than most other people. In fact, you don't even have to use stress management techniques because you won't need them, because you'll have better techniques, better strategies for dealing with stress. So that's the kind of system I'm talking about. It took me years to build it, and the last 30 or 40 years I've been honing it, revising it, updating it, and practicing with it. So it's a system I'm very familiar with now. I use it all the time, and consequently, I've developed a lot of skill and ability with it. The same way that I practice and develop skill and ability learning the system of medicine for diagnosing and treating common illnesses. So you can develop, and I've also taught the system to many other people, the stress relief system, or the stress elimination system, that is. I've taught many people how to do the same kind of things, and basically how to develop that same kind of system and have it in their brain. So when they want to draw upon it, when something stressful happens or they want to avoid certain stressful things, they have the ability to do that. And anybody can learn how to do it. It's not that difficult. And that's what I do. I teach people how to do that. So that's the explanation of how I've been able to transform my experience of dealing with stress over the last 30 or 40 years, and why I'm so much better at it now than I was when I was younger. And that's what I wish I knew. I wish I had that system in my brain when I was going through high school, when I was going through college, when I was going through medical school. It would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of emotional distress, a lot of relationship failures, many, many other problems that I experienced because I didn't have that knowledge, I didn't have that system. So it's a great system to have. I wish all of you should have it. I'd be happy to help you learn it if you're interested. And that's my message for today.